Hello, welcome to this video cast to subscribers to Callum Chew. Yeah, well, gonna talk about ghosts and spirits and when I'm hoping to get back out. Mental health it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. I know last week I did a video when I was in the cafe I was in Sheffield's. It's called National Emergency Museum. It's mainly focused on the fire service museum. I think it was used by that one time. I mean, there's fire engines in there, ambulances, police cars, all from 90s as well. When you see 90s stuff were in operation as a kid, it didn't often make you feel old. But yeah, the point I'm making is that I know John Sixsens was supposed to be going, but apparently it was booked and the lady they misunderstood her bookings and thought she went Saturday. So it will happen, but at some point it's been a mix up. It's almost like the spirits don't want it. Who knows? No, but yeah, a lot of people are interested. I've got a YouTube channel. I know. The Duffys, Dan Duffy dances. If you mention it, obviously I'll mention you if I like it. If you like my content, I do a bit of everything. I sometimes have a chat. I've got a BitChute channel which I put everything anyway, but I'll go deep into the conspiracy research, the stuff they don't want you to know, are really deep. Not doing much at the minute. Mental health taught me very well, but this year there's going to be a lot of stuff. Not be every day, but when I do videos on there, will be deep and meaningful, hopefully. But yeah, this huge the ghost hunting. Halloween the week from Halloween on a Sunday. I did Sunday to Sunday. I went out every night. Some nights went better than others. Didn't get much in some places, or some places are a bit airy because people. It had a bit better everything. It's on this channel, you can watch that, people. But yeah, I just thought I'd have a chat because I know I've been suffering with mental health, and that's why I haven't been doing as much as I normally do videos. That's why I've not been out. Because to go out ghost hunting or paranormal investigating, exploring the nature of realities, I put it, you have to be in the right mindset. I've done it before where you're not in the right mindset and it doesn't go well because you're not focused. And sometimes you're just not interested because your mind's just not focused. An organisation like tidying stuff up, everything comes from the mind. If the mind's not organised and settled, then no chance. If the mind's, I had a friend once, Jamie is called, mentioned him before. He says if the mind's settled, home is anywhere. It can be anywhere on the planet. If the mind's settled, you're his home because, well, we are home because we're all the is everyone's ever can be. We're all points of attention in infinite consciousness. We'll always be alive. We'll always be infinite consciousness wherever we choose to lay our head, so to speak. So. Yeah, it's I've been watching a lot of paranormal stuff. I've come across some new channels. Shadowhunters UK, I mentioned before TV. I'm looking at some of their old stuff and you can see the new stuff compared to how they've improved. Moxley, when Moxley first started, he weren't that good, he was more of an explorer and he looks professional. So it just shows you people build themselves up and comes with confidence. I know Dan, he says he's working with Simon of Ghost Raiders, so I'll start. It must be. I think he said it, so I think it were in that care room and they got caught. I think they said they'd keep it real with Panther. I'm not sure what happened. Whether they know that we could have been real and nobody believed him, but at least he's saying that. Even Andy Duffy saying, even hotel going, speaking to the guy who doing the night shift, because most of my stuff. It's entertainment. When stuff happens, it's scary, but it's just mainly with entertainment. And I know his elder brother Dan wants him to work with him, and I think Andy wants to do his own thing, a bit like me in a way. And I think that's kind of upset his brother. But they're okay. And I thought there were only 9 brothers, but there were only 13. It should be 14, one was still one, because Dan was saying yesterday. So I just come across the live stream and I clicked on it. And first just says having a baby, so Dan, he was actually laughing and smiling, he looks in a lot better mood. And he's having his anger management courses, so, and I mentioned, because I don't know, brother says, your brother's very calm, he goes, or something like that, he goes, yeah, Andy, he's very calm. You have to stay away from the stress of the drama. Yeah, feel like me, so, yeah, but it's good to watch stuff. John Six says he's coming back on YouTube, so I'll start watching him again. Facebook's hard work. I think they're really portrait, and you can't create content on Facebook these days. The interface, they took it back 20 odd years. Why they don't people create content? That's why they want to censor anybody with a different opinion to do with what the pandemic. What's happening in the world. So yeah, how have I come to conclusions that I believe in the ghosts and spirits and afterlife, or that the continuation life? Well, it goes back to the cult, the global cult with semi-secret groups and interlocking bloodlines. And at the core of the core is just energy, it's consciousness, but they are, as I said, demons. And this is in the Gnostic writing that Urban Jaw cut, I'm not sure, quite a few miles off Luxor, Northern Egypt, and it hadn't been tampered with, and they describe, well, the nature of reality with consciousness, but they describe a force, which is, they call them archons. You've got archons in Gnostic belief, you've got demons in Christianity, you've got jinn in the pre-Islam Arabia, you've got the Chitahori, children of the serpent in Zulu. There's this American shaman, called the Flyers, just a name, and Watiko as well in the Cree tribal group, which is like a mind blindness, a mind virus. People being blind to what's going on. They think know what's going on, they think they're right, but they're blind to it. And all this stuff. Well, the Gnostics describe this force as malevolent, dark, and all this, and they said it can take form. The most common form that they take is serpentine, reptilian, and grey. Others as well, but they're the main two. And the reptilian seems to dominate in this reality. Yeah, I know it sounds science fiction, but that's what we're in the writings. And what they used to do is they don't like to portray themselves as they really are. That's why they half this reality, they half human, and half grey or reptilian. And what they used to do back in the day is milk the minds of the shaman, get all the knowledge, and then kill him, because that's the state of consciousness, that's the imbalance, that's the satanic, that's to get off of the energy of death. And Satanism, paedophilia, and feeding off the energy of children before puberty, all that stuff that I'll come on to a bit short. It's not nice to talk about, but we have to understand the force that we're dealing with, and people are starting to get grips with it. And also, it's like the Navis in Avatar. I've seen bits of it. But if they come and portray themselves as they are, they're going to say you're not one of us, but you portray yourself as a Navi. In other words, portray yourself as human. People are more open. And when you see the shapeshift, people say, you can't shapeshift from a solid body to a solid body. You know what? I'm agreeing with you, but there is no solidity. The world and everything around us is made of atoms. And an atom has no solidity. There's just empty space, but it's all energy. If we could see proper, we'd see just stream and flow of consciousness, energy. We'd see as loved ones. We'd see everything. Good, bad, imbalanced, balanced, pure love, pure evil, absence love. It's all like a Trader Joe's. It's all that radio station sheds into space, and they can't interfere with each other unless they're close on the dial, and that's what we call paranormal activity and ghosts. Is when they come to our reality. If you get a full apparition, they can look quote unquote as solid as me and you. In the spirit world, there's this thing coming up on Iconic within the medium. Sandy Ingham. And anyway, she's, well, in their world, yeah, they've not got the body, they can do more stuff. But they look like we'd have a conversation with, you know, mum, dad, nan and grandma. Well, in the spirit world, it's the same thing. They see each other like, they can see a lot more than we can, but they see each other, because she's on the same frequency. So they're not solid, but they look solid to each other. It's holographic information, is what it is, and it's consciousness, it's energy. Everything's energy, everything's consciousness. It's that awareness, love, all of it. So, the cult don't want us to know this knowledge. And that's how I don't believe in that. I know it's true. I'm not saying that in a big-headed way. I have to speak my truth, not the truth. My truth is that it's all the hidden knowledge. It's stuff they don't want us to know. So the way I look at it is, it's an understanding. It's not being big-headed going, I believe in it. No. I've come to my own conclusions. Looking at all the different stuff, the hidden knowledge on why they hide it. So if you realise the true power will cooperate, it's not controlled. Not possible, I improbable. Most people, if they know their infinite consciousness, you know, because people, they will cooperate. Because people think the Ethel on the checkout, Charlie driving a bus. No, we're not a name. We're not as name as race, as sexuality, as income bracket, any labels. We're not any of that. We're not man, woman. We're not Hindu. We're not Muslim. We're not Buddha. We are consciousness. We are all that is, ever was, and ever can be. We are consciousness having the experience. You have your experience, but come here to have it. Just love culture, enjoy culture. Just be aware that it's just an experience. It's just an illusion. There'll be another one along in a minute. But please enjoy. It's not about not enjoying it. People get the wrong end. I've done it before. Get wrong end of the stick and think it don't matter. It's very important. Just remember, whatever you do, it's just an experience. The name, it's just a reference point. Time, it's an illusion. When you get into this realm of demonic and demon spirit, time comes in before it'd be a completely different reality. And it is like a hologram, because what they've done, they've took a copy of Earth, the bad copy. The Gnostics talked about this. But prime reality, prime Earth like this, it's much more ethereal. It's not as physical. Yeah, you can look at you can see each other solid, look solid, but it's, you know, it's still there. It's not stopped broadcasting. You can take a copy of a website, the website's still there. It's took a copy, back copy, and what's happening now is we're seeing simulation and simulations where computer games look. Well, it's realistic. The laws of physics are just laws of reality, which is a simulation. The speed of light isn't the fastest speed. It's pedestrian. I mean, this thought instant quicker, but you can't have the fastest speed in all possibility. Sorry, Einstein, it's impossible. It's the walls of the Matrix. That's what it is. So, again, it's that's one way of coming to conclusions, one way of understanding it, and then looking at evidence that's caught when people go out paranormal investigating, ghost hunting, exploring their initial reality, that's put it. All that being captured, understanding, you know, that and the captures, understanding mediumship, understanding every aspect to it is how I've come to my own conclusions. So it's not I'm just doing it just, you know, I do know that I have to speak my truth. I do know that we live forever. I'm not being big-headed. I'm trying to help people. Yeah, no, I know I practically takes it the wrong way. Takes it as an insult when it completely meant the opposite way. We also can know the truth. It don't be believe or do everything in us. People need to do their own research. But I have the right to put out information. That's all I'm just putting in information. So, and we need to start talking about this stuff more, because we don't talk about this stuff enough, and I think getting an understanding of the nature of reality, as David Icke says, the nature of reality is the most important thing. It's the most important thing we need to know. If we don't understand the nature of reality, how do we understand anything else? We don't. We do not. We don't. And how do I know David Hart's telling the truth? Well, again, spiritually, things have come. Not just Betty Sham, but she was the main one. She's also it's like you got to go out on the world stage, reveal great secrets. She'll pick it up as a psychic. Picking up this, like the spirit guide. David Hart's coming down on this finish because you're gonna go out on the world stage, reveal great secrets, write books. Knowledge, you'll be led to knowledge. God will put knowledge into his mind. Not one man can change the world, but one man can convey the message that can change the world. And that man's David Icke. At the time he's going on just a television presenter. Getting labelled fans himself, I didn't realise that at the time. But it's all another psychic as well. I mean, if you wanted to see a psychic, then I'm just going to need David Icke because the good will come into him. Yes, he has met charlatans, but he's met good ones too. And mainly good ones, I might add. The looks of it. So, again, that's how I trust. And if in doubt, I trust David Icke. That's it. So that's how I come to my own conclusions again. I'm not asking other people to do it, I'm saying that's what I've done. So I know people get their own end of the stick because people don't but listen. But all I'm doing is speaking my truth, not the truth, I'm speaking my truth. And everybody else can do it and get an understanding what makes sense to them. And people have the free will to agree, disagree, stay neutral, I don't know, do whatever. Sort of want to do whatever. No. I think that was David Icke, Ted Griffithson, Jimmy White when he won the Masters, and Jimmy White only says, what should I do with it, Sheldon? And Ted Griffithson went, you can swallow it if you want to, do whatever. It's on, I used to have it on videotape, it's on YouTube, the 1995 Masters, and in the Mr. interval they were doing, I think it was one of his nostalgia, I think one of the nostalgia bit. I've seen David Icke, either way, he does sound like the same guy, but you know what I want to say, don't he? It's completely changed for the better. He looks stronger and better now than he did when he first started. So, yeah, where was I? So yeah, people need to do their own research. We need to start to write stuff else, but what we're about. But yeah, and everything around us it is waveform information. Take the ear, for example. It's waveform information, and that gets picked up by the brain, and that gets turned into electrical information, where it gets turned into digital information, and then that gets turned into holographic information. And this reality is a hologram, it's a simulation. But they've made a bad copy, but we choose to come in. And hopefully maybe one day we turn off and turn back into Prime Earth. And one day we'll be Prime Earth. Yeah, there's of course it's the spirit realm, it's not just about that, but it's just an example. Also, the death and darkness all still and soul possibilities to manifest. So it's consciousness what we're all part of. And this consciousness is not people think, well, that's what sister one, that's what demons are. Well, they're not one blob, but on another personality, if they're the one for the same. The one, it's not one blob. Yes, we're all part of the same consciousness. I'm me, you are me, I'm the sun, it is me, and self consciousness, yes, God consciousness, yes, it is me, I am it, and all that, but we're all a unique point of attention within an infinite flow of consciousness. That's what we are, and that's what we have to realise. We're all a unique expression of it. It's not one blob. Another thing I want to move on to is the idea of being tough. And people think to be tough and be hard, you have to fight and it has to equal violence. That is a complete load of bollocks and it's a complete misunderstanding. I mean, I'm pretty tough. I don't let people walk all over me. David Icke's tough. It doesn't resort to violence. It means you don't let people walk all over you. You don't let the cult walk all over you, yourself, his family, and the rest of the human race. It stands up for what's right. And what if the situations don't be violence? Because what you fight, you become, which is part of the distortion. And I just wanted to clear it up because people, it's a misunderstanding. People think you have to be violent, which is a shame because you don't have to be violent. It's completely rubbish. And it's just sad that people think you have to be. I'm tough, I'm tough. I bang people out. To me, resorting to violence, this is my view, is insecurity. It's a loss of control, and it's cowardly, and yeah, complete loss of control, and complete disrespect. Yeah, the self-defense, I get that, and if someone said on about David Icke, well, I wouldn't send like a punch bag, but I won't take it, but I don't really want to resort to violence. Phil, so he didn't get involved in them situations. So if you want to change the world and make it a peaceful living world, why would you get involved with gangs that do violence and potential to self-defense? Why would you get involved with that energy? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But David Icke is tougher than anybody because he will not let the devil symbol and the dark side walk all over him without resort to violence. To me, David Icke is so close to perfection. He's so balanced, and that's what being tough is. And it is love. It is the self-consciousness. It is does what it knows to be right. Without resort to violence. See how it all comes back to the nature of reality and consciousness. I just thought I'd get that in there. I need to do something else because people. It's a complete misunderstanding of what it is. So, sorry, breather. I'm hoping at some point to get back at doing paranormal investigating, ghost hunting, exploring the nature of reality. Yeah, mental health it's not perfect, but for those who's considered it's a lot better. And I think I'm going to have a lot more positive month than January. Just have to accept the fact that shit happened and you have to move on and learn from it and grow from it. My brother, I wanted morning cleaning. I clean bathroom. We still got to come and finish bathroom, kitchen. I still got to get a light fit in and some weekends, the bedside table. The point I'm making is the point I'm making is I'm trying to, because the surroundings, it can alter it if you affect it or substitute to it. Make you anxious, depressed. If you get that sore and get it better, you start feeling better. You tidy up and it changes your energy. I mean, Chris is right. It changes the whole energy. It doesn't change the whole energy, so that's the point I'm making. And with that being said, hopefully I will be getting back out ghost hunting. So Andrew Duffy, Dan Duffy, Felicity Duffy, or anybody who watches it, this video. If you do decide to watch me, sorry I don't explain things as well as David Icke, but I have got autism, and people say you don't use that as an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. It's a fact that matters. I'm just telling you why I can't explain things as well as David Icke and other people. But I don't shy away. I do give it a good go. I don't come all the time, but I felt like doing a video today, so I've done a video for you guys and passing on information. Yes, deep and meaningful, but straight into top gear. But might as well, if people are going to come to the channel, they have to know what I'm about, don't they? No point hiding it because they're going to find out. It's like, not that I'm going to disagree with smoking cigarettes, obviously they are bad for you. But if you're 15-year-old smoking, boy or girl, doesn't matter. You have that period where people have that row around the kick-off, shout and ball. But then the 15-year-old ends up smoking, and it becomes normal and depends on buying cigarettes and stuff. Rather than just, explain the dangers, basically, if you do it. There's no point kicking off because it's unless you're going to resolve it, which most of the time it's a software program. People copy soaps like Emmerdale, Connery Street, EastEnders, Hollyoaks, because they're brainwashing operations. So, I've got a foot tangent in there, but that's what I do. I just look what reason I do. I just say what I think. I see it my way, and I say people have every right to disagree. That's not my problem. That's your problem. I have every right to speak my truth and say what I think about things. So, the hell's that? So, there you go. I'm going to start wrapping it up. Yes, it's been a bit deep and meaningful today. But, you know, I thought, well, if people are going to come to the channel, they have to be aware of what I'm about. Which is about, like, this favourite things in the reality. So it's man's number one thing, but peace, love, freedom, trust, all equals, yeah, freedom, all them things. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. See you later. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.